Don't think. But you can't just forget not to think. You must remember not to remember to think. And you must not remember that you forgot to remember. It's a lot not to think about. But even if you sometimes forget not to think about your swing, there are ways to help your opponent remember to think about his.
Welcome to Spirit of the Game, brought to you by the Colorado Golf Association. Here are your hosts, Aaron Gangloff and Aaron Kello.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
That's even better. That was Ryan Smith, by the way.
Yes.
What are you, our Chief Development Officer, CDO?
That's correct. And the executive director of the Colorado Golf Foundation.
Ooh, that's a pretty big title.
I know. Lofty. Thank you.
You'll never guess who our guest is, Aaron.
Is it Ryan Smith?
It very well could be.
Wow. Well, hello, friend.
Why do we have Ryan on Masters Week? Is the question.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out because he is our insider to the Masters here at the CGA.
Just a hint, he's been there.
Yeah. One, and I think he's going to come with some really good suggestions, stories. I mean, everything that we want. But I think first we got to kick it off with what we call CGA housekeeping.
Yes. And
this is, really, a way for us to communicate with you, not through a insider or magazine. Maybe you just like to listen to our soothing voices. Congratulations to all of you. We have made it to score posting season. Finally, we get to post those scores here in Colorado. Our friends in Wyoming, April 1st was their first date. So,
well, that's right.
Yeah. So now we can not only post here in Colorado, but in Wyoming. So congratulations. We finally made it. And we still are lacking a little bit of moisture. So we got that going for us.
Both of our Wyoming listeners are excited.
Right. Remember pr@cardogolf.org if you want to tell us that you are a Wyoming listener. we would love to
hear from you.
Also, be on the lookout. April 8th, CGA will launch its new website. So stay tuned on that. It's looking beautiful. Yeah. Aaron's our man behind the curtain, and he is.
Even I like it, and I'm very picky. So
you're biased, but you should be because it's exciting. You've done great.
It is. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be very mobile friendly. It's just easier to navigate. Mm-hmm. Everything we've listened to all our members over the years, and we've responded.
Yes, we hope you like it. Let's put it that way. And with that comes a little bit of change. So if you are part of one of our online regional clubs. So whether that's the Denver Metro or Southern Colorado, West Slope, Central Rockies, big changes are coming. We are actually renaming and we had to redo some of our regions. So we're going from 5 regions to 6.
That's right. We've divided the state into 6 equal-ish sized regions. Mm-hmm. This is because of the USGA, by the way. You can call them and blame them if you're not happy with this. They have a decree that you must live within 100 miles of where you're a member. And of course, unless you join the USGA club,
right? Which
you can just be anywhere in Colorado. Correct. But when we do our regions, we got to follow the other USGA rules. So, so if you were in the Denver Metro or the Metro Denver region, welcome to the Summit region, the Colorado Summit region. That is your new region. And that will actually include Northern Front Range area, so Fort Collins. So it goes all the way up to almost Cheyenne.
Wow.
Yeah. But then if you are Northeast, you're in the Chop Hills region.
I love it.
Yes. Yeah. So if you play Ballyneal or Fort Morgan is up there somewhere, I believe.
Yep.
Alt could be either way.
A unique little town. It's a unique little town, as they refer to it.
I think it says that on the sign.
It does.
Yeah, and the population is like, my best score in golf. So it's
Listen, we're Colorado natives, all 3 of us.
Yeah,
so
we're loving this.
We know all of these regions personally and up close. I personally love the Pawnee Buttes. up in the Chop Hills area, but Pawnee Buttes are my favorite up there.
I love it. Well, down south, I've been to the Great Sand Dunes, by the way, and or been through there. I didn't stop to catch a tan or dehydrate myself. Yeah, I was on my way to the Rio Grande Club, which is way down there. But in fact, that's in the new Four Corners region.
Yeah.
I love it.
Which is
Aptly named.
Yes, we've divided the western slope into the north and south, and the north one is called the
north is Maroon Bells.
Correct.
There we go.
There it is. That was a little.
You didn't know you were going to have to do trivia.
I know,
today.
but I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, he's the one that caught the typo.
Right,
So
right.
I knew he knew. Maroon Bells, if you are northwest, and then the aptly named or southeast corner of the state is the High Plains.
Mhm.
So we'll have a High Plains
Well,
regional club.
and you don't want to forget
Well, the lower
Pikes Peak.
right, the
Pikes
lower central region is Pikes Peak area, but that will also include kind of I-70, some of I-70. So if you are saying, "Wow, I'm nowhere near the actual Pikes Peak," you're still in the right region. If you're within 100 miles of it, so basically, I targeted a zip code that is central to all of these. If you're within 100 miles of it, you will be able to renew your membership in those regions. Another side note to that, if you have been on auto renew, if you have had auto renew selected, we love you.
Thank you for your membership.
Correct. And thank you every year for your membership. However, we are switching to the USGA GIN system, not GIN, GIN, GHIN. How many of you know what that stands for?
Oh, wow, Aaron.
Are we waiting for calls in?
Well, yeah. Okay.
Caller number 1.
Caller number 3 was correct, by the way. I am showing my age. I've been here 28 years. 28 years. Oh my gosh. Golf Handicapping Information Network.
I love it.
Don't know if you knew that. So it's been shortened to GIN, and you can mix it with tonic, and it's great. However, if you have selected auto renew, you're going to have to rejoin at some point in the next 12 months and reset up your auto renew in the new USGA GIN system for online membership. So,
but
that
don't
is
worry,
our
we
asterisk.
will email you.
Oh, don't worry. You will be given plenty of notice and direction when it comes to all this. So note the change of your regions if you're in a regional club, and note that your auto renew will have to be reset up when it's time, but you will be notified.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, one last thing, as we always say, we would love to hear from you and any questions that you have. Even, they can even be silly questions or getting to know our staff. But one of the big ones that's been coming into the CGA inbox recently is everyone is trying to renew. And what ends up happening is you get all the way through it, and then you get this big error code that says your GIN number is already being used by the same email. So what this means is that means that you actually have 2 GIN numbers in the system, but 1 email, and you cannot do that. That happened a few years ago. They went to 1 email, 1 GIN number. So what the system does is it errors out, and you actually have to contact the CGA. We have to perform a merge. And then once we do that, bam, you can get in there and renew. So if you get this error, just email us, pr@coloradogolf.org. And we will take care of that for you, and so that you can get renewed and you can get out there and start posting scores.
Perfect.
All right.
Absolutely. We do get a lot of those. So
We do. And we've gotten a lot. I mean, I've been merging like it's my job.
Well, yeah. And it's easy to do that. Like if you lapsed for a year and came back and didn't remember your GIN number, it's so easy online just to start over.
Exactly.
Or your club couldn't find you and just issue you a new one. You didn't even know what happened. So.
Well, and it's kind of funny. Sometimes charity events will go ahead and issue a GIN number, and you have no idea that this has happened. And I've had several of those like, what?
Yeah.
How did that happen? So that it does happen, and that's okay. We'll get it taken care of.
Yep. That's why we're here.
Okay. So it is the most wonderful time of the year for every golfer, right?
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Corner.
It's an exciting time because, of course, we're talking about the Masters, but also leading up to the Masters, there are a lot of other things that are happening. We have the Anwa tournament. And if everyone should remember, who was the very first champion We know
Caller
her.
number 4,
Colorado's own
Jennifer.
Cupcho.
You bet.
Yes. So Jennifer
That was
Cupcho.
Exciting. 2 Eagles on the back 9.
Well, and then she had that migraine
Oh, yeah.
that almost sidelined her,
It's
you
like
know.
Terrell Davis,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like, we're going to play through this.
Yeah.
We're going to play through this.
Oh,
Is
it
this
was
like
amazing.
a Colorado athlete staple? I mean, you have to play through a
Oh.
migraine to achieve greatness?
Maybe so.
Or
I mean, not that you want someone to have a migraine, but
well,
I mean, it happens.
well, if you're the Rockies, you just cause them. And, but
We won't get into that.
no, but you know what? It could be a better year.
Well,
It-
that's why April. I remain. I always thought October was the best month of the year because I'm a baseball
Yeah,
fan,
you are.
and all the sports. Football's in full swing.
Mhm.
Basketball starts. Hockey starts.
Mhm.
But as I've aged, I've come to appreciate April for a specific reason.
Mhm.
March Madness ends.
Yeah.
Opening day, which is this week in Colorado,
Yeah.
here for the Rockies playing the Phillies.
Right.
But then having Masters Week come early in April, it just really fuels
It does.
the soul. It really does.
Oh, it does. It's kind of what we need, especially coming out of winter when we have a real winter.
That's great.
But it's, you know, I mean, look at those azaleas.
Right.
You know, you just, the green grass. I mean, it's something magical.
And it's been this way forever.
Right. Right.
You know what? Not to date myself here, but
But you're going
what were
to.
you doing 40 years ago?
Well, I was.
What were you doing 40? What were either of you doing 40 years ago?
I was 3.
Yeah. Let me tell
I
you.
just come off a nice spring break where I was confined to the couch probably and doing nothing.
Really?
So, yeah. So I'm ready to hear what you were doing.
Oh, well, I was probably partaking in the fact Colorado, you could be 18 and drink 3-2 beer while still attending Columbine High School my senior year and preparing to graduate. But I did watch the Masters a week ago or 40 years ago this week. And Jack Nicklaus in 1986
Oh, there you go.
shot a 65 final round, came from nowhere. Norman, like 4 birdies down the stretch, and then chucks it on 18. Oh my God. It was like the collapse and the comeback was complete, and everybody had written him off, and it was, yes, sir. Vern Lundquist. So, anyway, this is a magical week.
It is.
It's a magical week. But you know, with it kicking off with the annual, we did put out a social media post. If you follow us on Instagram and Facebook or whatever platform X that you prefer, and we asked you guys, you know, tell us about a memory or a story. And so to Beagle's Farm, they responded. And she said that she went to the Anwa and had a full-blown ugly cry, sobbing while walking up to the gates. And I think that really, I'm going to just go out on a limb here. I've not been to the Masters. I haven't been. I can only imagine. And I would feel that I would probably do the same thing because as a golfer, it's magical is really what it is.
It absolutely is.
And so, you know, we lead off with that. We have this other great thing that's happening with Drive Chip Putt.
Yes.
Mhm.
And this opportunity for kids. I keep telling my daughter, let's just work on driving, putting, and chipping. And this might be mommy's ticket. No pressure, right?
Right.
But we actually have 3 Colorado juniors that are participating this year. And they're 3 females. And so
Outstanding.
we have Sophia Egan from Castle Rock. She will compete in the 7 to 9-year-olds. If you want to check out a really cool Instagram page, Egan Golf, I'm now following her journey. You can see all the gear she got. I'm jealous. I'm really jealous.
Is she 7 or
Yeah, she's on the
Oh my
younger
gosh.
side. I mean, it is adorable,
That's
right?
gonna be awesome.
Her brother actually played in our state junior championship, and he won in our younger divisions a
great.
couple years ago. So a golf family. So it's great to see them get to go.
Well, sorry, Stephen, but if, patterns hold true, the younger sister usually goes on to kick the older brothers.
I mean, what are we going to see? I mean,
right, Stephen Kupcho? I'm just saying.
And then we have Shepherd Cedar Choi from Westminster. She will compete in the 10 to 11-year-old group. And then Peyton Landon from Fort Collins, and she will be in our 14 to 15 age division. So make sure that you tune in and watching Drive Chip Putt. I mean, these kids, they give it their all. You know, it's adorable. Yeah. It's fun. You know, you've got their parents are rooting for them. Everyone's excited. So, and I'm sure we'll have a great follow-up story from our writer, Gary Baines, on all of these guys.
Yeah. And where it is just makes it all that much more special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just, you know, the people walking around there.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Who might you bump into?
Well, yeah. And so that
Masters Week
is now we're to the Masters. And this is where Ryan Smith, our Masters insider. Ryan, I mean, come on. What makes you the CGA Masters insider?
Yeah, you wouldn't figure a kid from LaPorte, Colorado would somehow become a Masters insider. But thanks to a romance with a CU grad student while I was an undergrad at CSU, blossomed into something that would shape my personal and professional life, and turn into an experience I'll never forget and continue to enjoy. I'm grateful to have been to the Masters. Let's see, I think I've been 6 years and 15 times. But it all really starts in the 1900s, as I like to say, when I did have my first peak in 1998 down Magnolia Lane on the gates off of Washington Road. And as I refer to Washington as the Colfax of Augusta, if you will, you can drive on that road forever and see all of the standard American retail offerings, car lots, seedy motels, fast food restaurants, grocery stores. And you, if an unassuming tourist walk down,
I wonder what's in those pawn shops.
Yeah. Well, yeah, right. Some great merch.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And listen, that is a Masters Insider recommendation. There are great secondhand shops that always have Masters gear for cheaper than what you would get. And you just go into those retail shops.
Wow.
For the life of me, like I've had to hold myself back from buying all the merch from secondhand than when you're at the course itself.
Right.
You know, I'm all about a retail savings if I can.
Who you want a screaming deal?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Right. That's right.
You're in charge of fundraising here for a reason.
I mean, that's what makes going to the Masters fun, right? Because they keep their prices.
That's right.
Reasonable. A minute of cheese for $1.50. Sign me up.
Yes.
It's like taking a step back.
Yeah.
It is.
Time capsule.
It is. And so for me, I ended up marrying, that spoiler alert, that girl from Augusta.
Ooh.
My in-laws live off of Race Creek to the west of the golf course. I was married in the mother church of Augusta, known as St. Paul's, which began in 1749. And I have to share this bit of history because our CEO is a history man, where the gentlemen of the town erected a small half-timbered chapel beside Fort Augusta and appealed to the Society of the Propagation of the Gospel in Foreign Parts to send a minister. Needless to say, that church has been rebuilt 5 different times.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And now sits along Telfair down in the historical old part of Augusta. And I was married there and continue to enjoy going back to Augusta.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I thought I would, take a moment on your wonderful show, Spirit of the Game, and share some just recommendations and experiences, my top 3.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we'll scatter this with some anecdotes from other colleagues because, listen, many people have been to the Masters many more times than me. But for me, it started in 2009 when my brother-in-law won that lottery. Like we all, if you're not applying for the lottery tickets, you need to do that. Post every Masters. You need to get ready, register, apply to the lottery because that email in June is also a sacred time of year to see if you've won the lottery. But he won, took me on a Monday for practice round. And truly, the ugly cry that our listener and someone who wrote in on Instagram, it was like that. You kind of walk in and you just spend a moment, especially if you come in the top entrance.
Mhm.
There's two great entrances for the great unwashed, if you will.
Mhm.
And you just take in the enormity and the gravity of the place and the property that PJ Berkman's founded
Mhm.
Fruitland Nurseries in 1858.
Oh my gosh.
And the property just stretches out and drops down below you. And you're like, where do I begin? And so that leads me to my first recommendation.
Okay.
Where to begin?
Because when you start, you are handed the coveted spectator guide when you walk in. Now, listen, you've left your phone behind. You're obeying the rules when you go through security. It's all very intimidating. But inside the spectator guide are spectator suggestions written by none other Bobby Jones in 1949.
Holy cow. Yeah, I told you it's a time capsule.
And for me, I thought I would share this because to me, this has now like kind of led me to how I approach every time I visit the Masters. And I just think it's just poetic. So from Bobby Jones Jr., I'd like to observe that experienced spectators realize that the least satisfactory way of watching a medal play tournament is to trek around the course with one particular pair of players. Now, it's an accepted fact that walking 18 holes in this manner is more tiring than playing them. I would suggest that greater enjoyment for the spectator may be provided by a little organization of their activities according to his, her interest and energy. I mean, so that for me has led me to how I approach every visit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I sometimes put myself to sleep by walking every hole of Augusta National because I can feel it in my bones.
Wow.
When you leave the first tee and you drop down the hill and the big swale, and then you walk back up the hill all the way up to the first green. Now, I probably am asleep by that point in time. But the second recommendation is the opening. You've gotten your shopping done early.
Right, because you got to get to that quick.
You're right. And you know this better than I do. There are specialty items that come out only that year, and they are coveted. People collect them.
Oh, yeah.
And those things go fast. So if you're there, you want to do that early.
Okay.
And that's why a practice round is lovely. You get to get your shopping done before everyone else.
Right.
You can take a digital camera, no phones, but you can take your camera in on practice round days, which you cannot do on regular round days, on the tournament itself. But my advice is to hit the concession stand on hole 2, in the middle of hole 2, and sneak back into the Magnolias, back into Fruitland Nursery's finest trees and plants and shrubs. And that's where I pick up my food, and I avoid the opening concession stand. But that's just a personal approach and it's not in Bobby Jones's spectator suggestions. If you
were to do the Ryan spectator,
yes, that's correct. These are my recommendations as a Masters insider.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the line's shorter, and
the way
you're not part of the mob, and
that's right.
And the way you describe it in my mind, it's just gorgeous.
Bobby Jones's first suggestion is the back of number 2 and number 7 greens. This happens to be one of the most attractive gallery centers I've seen on any course. Within a radius of 100 yards, one may observe 5 scenes of action. Now, that alone gets you excited, right? And you want to keep reading. And then, so I enjoy standing there, taking all of those 5 scenes of action in. And so that's my first recommendation and first experience, because no one forgets their first visit to Augusta National. That's right.
Right.
And clearly you want to, see every hole, but if you have more than one day while you're there, use a practice round to walk the holes.
Right. Right.
And then when it's tournament time, choose your spots.
That's right.
Enjoy yourself.
That's exactly right.
And don't wear yourself out.
So Ryan, because maybe it's because I love food.
Right.
And I love food.
let's
And
get there.
I've in fact done several times. I've done the master's box that you can have shipped to your home. And it comes with the pimento cheese, the pulled pork,
Yes.
the egg salad.
Yes.
The only thing you have to really supply is the bread.
Right.
And then it comes with the chips, it comes with the cookies, and then it comes with these souvenir cups. And so people think I've been to the Masters, but just because I ordered the master box. And you can do that, and it's fantastic. It's also great if you're having a master's party. But being there, I mean, okay, you got to tell us, you've gone over there to that concession stand. What are you getting first?
Such a good question, and leads me to my second recommendation.
It's like I knew this, but I don't.
You're reading my mind, because you can't deny it. The concession stand is so important, and it's not even about the pricing, but it's about the experience of working through the selections,
Right.
because you've already spent an arm and a leg to get there, to stay there.
Right.
So at that point, you feel like $2 for a sandwich or a drink.
Yeah.
I've got money to burn. So,
$20 still goes a
And
long
room
way.
in my tummy.
so for me, if at breakfast time,
Okay.
it's the chicken and a biscuit, not the
Oh.
cracker, but basically a lovely
Mm.
chicken inside a biscuit. It's delicious.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It really is. So for me, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But at lunchtime, I am the barbecue sandwich guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There was a period in time where I would buy a pimento cheese and a barbecue sandwich and pair them together.
Oh.
I would watch my carbs and take off one slice of bread,
Right.
or I would just insert the whole thing inside the barbecue sandwich.
Right. Why not?
And it was aggressive. I'm not going to lie,
Sounds delicious though.
but it was a fun way to experience two sandwiches at once.
Right.
What do you call that? Barbamento?
Yeah, it needs a good name. I didn't give it a good name, but
Yeah.
that for me was my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call it the missed cut.
Because
But
so good.
that's just me.
Trademark that, AK. Because then for me, dessert,
Oh.
it's the peach ice cream and cookie sandwich.
Mm.
There is nothing better. I've overdone it many times on those alone. Sometimes I just skip right past the sandwich itself
Yeah.
and go right to dessert.
Yeah.
Because the other piece, and you mentioned this, and I want to talk about this. I want to have a conversation
Mm-hmm.
because I've had some thoughts about this.
Mm-hmm.
The cups are coveted,
Mm-hmm.
and as those who've been there know, that there's the kind of the clear or opaque white cups, which
Yep.
come with the family friendly beverages,
Right.
and they're distinguished by the green cups. Now, the white cups, the clear cups have the year on them,
Right.
and then the green cups just don't, because those come with the adult beverage.
I was gonna say.
Now,
Interesting. Did not know that.
I think it's important to just have a conversation. For those of us, we've been to tournaments and
Mm-hmm.
you see this cup stacking going on. And
Mm-hmm.
we need to talk about it, because I don't recommend cup stacking by way of dumpster diving, because that happens.
Oh,
You see
my.
people rooting through and pulling out cups. And I just find that a little gauche. That's just me.
Yeah.
I really believe that acquiring cups through personal consumption
Mhm.
is a truly legitimate form of cup stacking. When
Correct.
you know you've enjoyed that beverage yourself,
Mhm.
it's highly favorable personally.
Agreed.
Yeah. Like, is that something you would do outside of Augusta?
Not,
No.
If there was a collector's cup, let's say anywhere, do you want somebody else's trash?
Well,
exactly.
Oh my
exactly. So there's probably plenty of opinions about that, but from my standpoint now,
mhm.
the side eye I received from my children when I came home last year
Uh-oh.
with 25 green cups did cause some of them some disappointment.
Okay.
And when your luggage is filled with green cups versus the white cups, it's questionable. So
Did they go, Daddy, do you have a problem? Or what? There's a green cup.
Especially because
It was not the family friendly
Yeah, that's right.
beverage.
That's right.
I'd be like, they ran out of white cups. I couldn't believe it. So many people were not drinking alcohol.
It would only help if one of your girl's favorite color was green. And
Right.
you could be like, I brought them home for you.
Yeah.
I
That's
know
all.
how much you enjoy the color green.
I did this for you.
I did it all for you.
I would say cup stacking. When you said that at first, I started thinking of my
The children's
son's
game.
tournament.
Yes.
My
No, no.
son, when he was 6, used to be a cup stacker.
Well, and we watch it on the waste management, the cup snakes that get
Yeah.
Oh,
listen,
yeah.
very
yes.
exciting and very fun, but it's different when you're in the hallowed halls
Yeah.
of Augusta National. So that leads me to my second story that I love to share, because for me, my second time back was 2012. I was
Mhm.
there for a lovely Thursday,
Mhm.
but I was also there, as it often does, is coincides with Easter, which we
Yep.
would spend.
Yes.
Everyone in Augusta gets that week off, or
Mhm.
week of the Masters off, and when it coincides with Easter,
Even better.
it's hard for
Yep.
some of them, even though my in-laws rented their home to a member of Augusta National, who, and we won't talk about those conversations, but that for me, my family was always there, and so we
Yeah.
would come down for Easter. And my second favorite memory from Augusta National was we'd gone to church,
Mhm.
we'd had a lovely lunch of ham and funeral potatoes. And it was in a moment of repose following dinner.
Mhm.
I hear a knock at the door, and my brother-in-law comes and says, "Rye, we have badges for Sunday afternoon."
Oh.
And I won't share their name, but a family who's had tickets, badges
Mhm.
for years,
Mhm.
didn't go. And they said, "Do you want them?" And they'd been calling us all Sunday morning, but we had other
Right.
things to
Yeah.
attend to. And the first thing we did when we walked into Augusta National was visit the concession stand, because
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
The
at
ham and
that,
potatoes only go so far.
that's right. That's right. So our approach,
Mm-hmm.
taking a hint from Bobby Jones, was be strategic and organize your activities.
Mhm.
And watching the scoreboard at that point, we said, "Listen, this is going to be a tight affair."
Mhm.
And we monitored things between 15 and 17, which you can, it's really great. There's this nice little window on the fairway where you can kind of see groups going back and forth, and you keep your head on a swivel. But we gambled, and we went down to 10 green and said, "This is going a 2-hole playoff." And sure enough,
Mhm.
we witnessed Bubba Watson
Ugh.
hit his drive into the, and then we didn't know where he was, but we were camped out and watched that ball come around with that great lefty twist of his,
Yeah.
and watched him ugly cry on 10 and hug everyone and his mother. And we even stuck around for the green jacket presentation.
Oh.
And he's like, "I never got this far in my dreams, Daddy." It was incredible. So
Wow.
it was one of those great moments, and I
Yes.
still rewind the footage and
Right.
see myself screaming for Bubba Watson, whom I wasn't necessarily cheering for, but it was
Right.
a moment that I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And I go back every year to visit where he hit out of, right near a beautiful magnolia.
Mm.
Off the fairway on 10, that for me will live in my memory.
Yeah.
It might be my favorite memory.
What an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's shot. I remember that.
I do
shot.
too.
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
too. How can you not?
No, it was great.
Unbelievable.
Oh, gorgeous.
It was like ball took a 90-degree turn. towards the-
Right?
It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now, some of our peers
going.
and our colleagues have also been to the Masters. So
They have. They have.
They shared a few fun ones with us.
Yeah, they did. So Hannah House, who does our member engagement, you might see her out at a play day. She went with her dad. They actually got through the lottery.
Mhm.
They went on a practice round. They were there all day. At the time, she was a college student. She went to North Carolina.
Mhm.
So she needed to get home. I mean, they went down for the day, did all of that, and she had to be in class on Tuesday. And so all day long, they're watching this, and you know who everyone's hoping to see is
Yep. That's
Tiger,
None
right?
other. Yeah. The second greatest golfer of all time.
right. Who we will not be seeing this year, unfortunately. But he, so been there all day. They decide to leave kind of around 3:00. You know, it's probably not going to happen. Who starts his practice round right after they leave? Tiger. Yeah. So she said that was a little hard, you know.
So that's not a great memory, but
it wasn't a great, but you know, here's the thing. It's going to be a great memory because she was with her dad.
That's
right.
And you're at the Masters.
You are.
You just missed.
And at this point, I'm sure she saw some great golfers.
She sure did.
You know, but at that moment, everyone wanted to see Tiger.
That's right.
And then Joe McCleary, who does all of our chief sustainability, who is retiring on us, which is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But don't worry, to all of our listeners, he will be joining us for a future podcast as well. But Joe as a superintendent, they kind of get a little bit different access to the Masters.
Yes, they do.
They don't have to go through a lottery. So if you are in college and you're looking for a really great career, maybe become a superintendent because you get to go to the Master with that badge. But Joe, you know, if anyone knows Joe, Joe's really fun. He's, you know, he loves his birding and nature. But he was on a hole and there was a gap in between groups. And Joe just laid down. He just laid down and looked up at the sky and closed his eyes for a minute to listen to the sounds and take it all in. And someone promptly came over and said, "Excuse me, sir, nobody lays down at the Masters. And we're going to need you to get up." So only Joe.
Well, Joe has done that in some of our meetings.
Right.
So
we
it's
do,
not like
we do have that.
That's abnormal behavior for Joe.
Right. But, you know, just another great Masters. And he will tell you he met a woman who had been to every Masters except for 2. And the first time it was because she was pregnant and having a baby. And the second time was when her daughter got married.
Oh, it's so good. Fast forward.
I mean, it's so, you know, some of these
awesome.
Stories are great. And
that's right.
And we all know Ed Mate, he was a rules official during the Masters. And I think he did a previous pod a couple years ago about his time there. And, you know,
and I had the good fortune of hosting Ed at my in-laws' home. And so that really kind of spawned a nice string of attendances.
Right.
Where I experienced so many more fun stories, but watching Ed do a ruling on 9 because I sat on 9 because he was officiating, and watching them come up, he gave a ruling to Dustin Johnson one year. It was great, and so I am grateful to Ed Mate for allowing me to be his host. A very unselfish move of me to be able to host him and then take his badges. While I was there as his guest.
And enjoy some time there.
Right.
I couldn't imagine having to give a ruling at the Masters anyways.
Right. No, that's right. Know? Yeah, I couldn't either. Just watching it, I was nervous and I kind of sat on the hole almost the whole day just to see if something would happen and know that Ed might get on camera. Yeah. But, I mean, listen, I'm not going to say I've had some heartache at Augusta National. I had practice round for Wednesday, which Wednesday is the greatest day to attend if you can.
Okay.
And short of Sunday, obviously. But being able to do a practice round in the morning, in fact, and you have to make choices.
Yeah.
I once watched Brooks, Dustin Johnson, and Rory tee off on 1, and no one followed them because all of us went down to the par 3. Where I spent the afternoon with my father-in-law watching the par 3. But that I did fast forward, had practice round tickets Wednesday at the Masters and was rained out twice and politely asked to leave. Not me, but all of the patrons. So listen, it hasn't been without its hardship.
Oh, yeah.
It's hardship. So that leads me to my third favorite story is that I took one of my best friends for that Wednesday practice round. We were rained out. We flew down there for one day and we're sent home packing. But 4 years later, was offered badges on a Monday.
Okay.
For Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This was last year. And I'm grateful to the donor who bestowed those to me. It wasn't really a donor. It was just a great friend and a mentor to me.
Yeah.
And those badges allowed my best friend and I to go back and watch last year, which to be able to watch Rory hit that shot on 15 onto the green.
Mhm.
And we had placed our chairs around 7:00 that morning on
Right.
18
Mhm.
and went back and watched ugly crying from Irishmen who were standing on chairs
Oh.
above us. Decorum was lost. I don't know how people weren't kicked out of that place because we were all just beside ourselves
Yeah.
watching Rory
Yeah.
win his green jacket
Yes.
last year. And
Yes.
I had the day before I had high-fived a U.S. senator who was sitting next to me.
Oh my gosh.
When we watched Bryson putt in from there, and
Wow.
it's one of those experiences that will never leave me last year. In
Mhm.
fact, I probably will never go back because I can't really top that.
Mm.
Embarrassingly, my friend might have done some cup stacking
Uh-oh.
and retreated to the restroom and couldn't come back because Rory was on his way back in the line. And so, but he watched Rory crying as he walked down to scoring with his wife. It was so special.
Yeah.
With his stack of cups.
Yeah, that's right.
What a great moment for him.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say they
he's
might
peeking
be
behind
crying.
this large stack of
Yeah,
cups.
that's right.
Is he crying? Is he crying? Oh, he must have won. I was in the bathroom stacking my cups. Oh my gosh. There were so many cups in the bathroom trash can. They were all at the bottom, though.
No, that's gauche, as I said.
Well, you don't want to be seen doing it on TV, so that's why you do it in the bathroom trash can.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I'm excited for this year's tournament,
Oh,
Well,
it's going to be so
I-
good.
except no Tiger.
Well, it's funny because we used to here
He's
in the
officially
office.
out as of yesterday.
Right. But we used to do this in the office where we would take bets and we would say, are you taking the field or are you taking Tiger?
Right.
You know,
it
and
was
gone are
Tiger,
those
yeah.
days. So,
yeah.
and you know what's exciting? It's like you get to watch this and these moments and these memories. And I'm jealous. I can't wait to have my first experience someday when I win
By
the
the way-
lottery.
Well, I have to share one more story.
Yeah.
Will you indulge me?
Totally.
And this is not my story, but this was told to me because it's a connected to CGA because one of our USGA boat right interns
Mhm.
did
Yes.
go on to work at Augusta National. And in 2019, as you'll all recall, that day was very rainy.
Yes.
So they moved to a 2T start,
hmm
which then required 2 scoring rooms.
Yep.
And our USGA boat right
hmm
was in scoring the year Tiger Woods won the Masters.
Yep.
And he sat there with Tiger after winning his green jacket or about to receive it and was beside himself,
Right.
sitting there staring at Tiger, who himself was a little shocked that he had just won
Right.
the Masters tournament. And how just clearly amazing
Mhm.
would it be to be in that room with Tiger Woods? So,
And to say, are there 2 signatures on that scorecard?
Well, yeah,
Mr.
let's
Woods.
let's go ahead and do hole by hole. You ready? I'm gonna read this off to you, and then 2 signatures. Please don't leave yet.
No,
I want to confirm.
wait a minute. I had a birdie on 13. That was a birdie.
Ooh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a. You remember?
Yeah,
Go watch the replay.
Right.
Okay, there we go. That's all. Okay, we're good.
yep.
yeah.
Oh.
No, that would be exciting, yet I think nerve wracking.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
for sure. That's right.
And knowing that, but right, I'm sure he was really great.
I think he ugly cried after
the way,
Tiger.
I'm
left the
sure
room.
I may have not seen Ugly Rhyme before.
I found out the real reason Tiger's not playing this year. Everybody thinks it's
Oh,
well, it's because he petitioned the Masters to allow him to play from the middle tees rather than the back tees because he can't hit it that far anymore. And it's not because of talent; it's because he doesn't trust his driver.
and there it is. And there it is. Right there. There we go.
Oh.
Apparently, he just has lost interest in having a driver. So, moving on.
Well, the fun part too about being a CGA member is that you can play the majors challenges with us for the Masters and you can pick your teams.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And there's prizes involved and
Yes.
member play days on the line. So, if you're not going to be able to.
I'm in there right now. I haven't done my team yet, by the way.
But let me ask you, besides them, because the major challenge you get to pick, you kind of have A, B, C, and D, and you pick
Right.
out these things, and there's things that happen on the back end, and you get points and all this. But who's your pick for both of you? Like, who's your pick?
I was thinking about that because now I can't pick Tiger, so I'm really, I don't think Rory's going to repeat, although I'd love to see it.
I think it's hard.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't even know how he's playing right now, but I always like Xander in this.
Oh.
I always like Xander in this. He's just been close, and he's always in the hunt.
It's true.
And
it's true.
If everybody else can just, collapse around him, I think
He's a rounder.
I'd
He
like
grinds.
to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I think Xander wins this, and he's not in the final group.
Oh.
I like that. Come from
Bold.
behind victory.
Love it.
I'm feeling it. There it is. You heard it here, folks.
Everyone noted in the log. Ryan, what are you thinking?
I think I'm an Obear guy. Ludwig just is.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him do it. He's not a sleeper. We all know how good he is, but I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
You have a pick, Aaron?
I'm just rooting for everyone. Yeah, who doesn't like Scotty? Sorry, I think that would be fun. If Rory could do it. My name is Aaron. I love the Irish. So, I would love, how fun would that be? But again, I think it would be hard to have that back to back. There's just so much pressure these guys feel.
Yeah, for sure.
So who knows? We could, I just hope it's good. I don't want to see somebody run away with it. And, I want to see some excitement.
A la Scotty Scheffler in 24.
Right. Let's see
everybody.
some good competition. But I'm excited.
Well, and
Nice.
looking at the fantasy A, B, C, D selections in the fantasy golf, assuming they group these by current rankings, recent success,
Right.
likelihood to perform well versus miss a cut. How far has our Colorado Star fallen that Wyndham Clark is in the D group
Whoa.
in the fantasy right now?
I call that a sleeper pick, is what I call it.
Well,
I'm down.
he's going on my D team. I'm telling you that
He's
right
number
now.
one. Yes.
All right. Other guys down there, Dustin Johnson's in the D. Zach Johnson, who, I'm not a fan of. Sergio Garcia. I always like Freddie Couples, who is Mr. I'm going to make the cut no matter what.
That's right.
But that's about it. So if you want a guy to make the cut, it's in the D group who's classic. Phil Mickelson's in the D group. Jose
How the mighty have
Maria
fallen.
Olafabu is in the D group. And there's past champions in the D group. Well, remember when Sandy Lyle used to still play? He's a past champion. But he's in the E group. Sorry, Sandy. But so our A group, Ludwig, by the way, is in the B group. So that's good
I like that.
for you.
I like that.
But Bryson, I just don't want to pick him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't dislike him, but I'm not the biggest Bryson fan.
He was in there last year. I really thought he was going to hold on.
Russell Henley, who would be a good pick. Tommy Fleetwood's always up there.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Rose, who I really like. John Rahm is possible. I don't know why I'm not a fan. I don't know. He just doesn't rub me the right way. Cameron Young's in there.
Oh.
Cam,
Yeah, Cam might be good. But yeah, so
you got to get your picks in.
yeah.
You do.
Join the Fantasy Masters
Yep.
on the CGA website. You got to do it.
Yep. And
do
you
it.
could look for it in your member insider.
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Hey, I did want to talk about a couple other things before we wrap up. One of Ryan's greatest contributions to Colorado golf, of which there are many,
Thank you.
is the creation of, and since evolution of, the Dream Golf Vacation Raffle that the Colorado Golf Association conducts. And it is a complete 100% fundraiser for some of our great junior programs and youth programs around the state. The Caddy Academy, the SOTG Caddy Academy. And it has evolved. I remember the first year, I think we were like, I want to say $26,000.
That's right.
And
well done.
Wow.
We're like, hey, been here a long 28 years. Did I mention that? Yeah, I'm an old man. So from $26,000 to over $100,000.
That's right.
Every year. And the prizes have just gotten better.
Oh, yeah.
And I want Ryan to introduce this year's grand prizes. By the way, tickets do go on sale in May, so don't jump on the website just yet.
Right.
You got a month, but we're going to announce the grand prizes and the return of one in particular that I would like to win.
That's right. No, listen, this has been such a success, and I'm grateful to all of our CGA members who buy tickets every year. This past Colorado Golf Expo, one of our first Band and Dunes raffle winners stuck around our booth just to say hello. Rich Winters, I got to give you a shout. He's the first one. We are so lucky to have great partners who donate these stay and play packages. Kohler has donated for years to send you to Whistling Straits. They are back.
Awesome.
Yes.
Also back is Casa de Campo, to play Teeth of the Dog, an incredible resort in the Dominican Republic. They will be back. A new partner this year is Golf Troop. And they are going to send a group to Scottsdale to play Weekopah, Troon, and TPC Scottsdale, and to have a fun round with a to be announced celebrity influencer.
Ooh.
With some Colorado roots. We're going to share that later, but
that's fun.
I'm going to keep the tease going.
I love that.
And then we are going to send somebody to what I'm calling the Royal Rota. And you and a guest will head over across the pond to play Royal Lytham and St. Anne's, Royal Liverpool, and the host of the Open Championship this year, Royal Birkdale, as part of our CGA member trip to England in 2027. So that is going to be a great package.
That's fantastic.
That is royal is the only word for that.
It is royal. It is royal. So
after you go to the bathroom, it's a royal flush. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
And there it is.
So listen, please buy your tickets. It is such an important fundraiser for our junior player development programs like Team Colorado, Youth on Course, programs like our Solich Caddy and Leadership Academy, our Broadmoor Caddy and Leadership Academy. We spend over $1.3 million in youth programming as part of the CGA's commitment to growing the game and making it more affordable and inclusive. And this is a small way that you can, for $40, enter to win, but enjoy a chance at the chance to win these packages.
Yes.
But as Aaron Kello said, we have a lot, over almost 40 different prizes from golf courses around the state, including the Broadmoor, TPC Colorado. So great. Some great member play day access.
Absolutely.
Through CGA member play days.
Right.
So,
There are people win these grand prizes. They go on these trips and they love us.
they sure do. They sure do. In fact, last year I went with our winner that won the trip to St. Andrews last year. And they were thrilled. They were thrilled to be able to go and experience the old course firsthand.
Yes.
Compliments of the CGA. So anyway, so thank you for letting me share that. And thank you to all of you who buy tickets for our raffle.
Bucket list opportunities.
It is.
Yeah. Well, the thing too, like when you're talking about the member trips that we've gone over, I was lucky enough to do the St. Andrews trip, not last year, but a couple years ago. And what an experience. What an experience. And so having that opportunity to go and be on that member trip, but you've won it in the raffle. I mean, I'm going to tell you what, it is the best.
That's
I mean, it really, it's so turnkey. You just gotta, show up with your clubs and you're going all over. It's a lot of fun.
Well, and that is a great tease for our members. If you do want to join our CGA member trip this summer in July, we will open registration for this Royal Roto.
Yeah.
That you can experience it firsthand. It's through the experience, which is basically the trip host.
Yep.
And you can register for it, and that will be available if you just don't want to worry about winning it. But if you're ready to travel next year and play golf in England, it's going to be a great trip. So that'll be open and available, and you can get registered this summer.
Get your friends.
That's right.
Make it a group trip.
That's right.
And knowing the experience and those that work on that, I know who you're going to have. You're going to have Deb and Steve. They're going to be great. You're going to love it.
Such a good experience.
Before we go, time to
wait. Is it time for us to go? This has been so fun.
Well, maybe not.
Ryan, when you coming back? We want to have you back on.
Thank you to our listeners for indulging me. It's fun to share.
Yes, I'm shuffling the dad jokes deck right now. Ooh, that's not. None of these are next. Well, there's a Tiger joke in here. Why couldn't Tiger listen to music at the Masters? Because he broke all the records. Yes. By the way, I have a ba-dum-bum. All right, one more.
Okay.
What should you do if you play golf on election day?
What should you do?
Yeah, you should file an absentee ballot. There it is.
There it is.
All right. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you all.
I think we should do this again.
I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Consider it done.
Yes.
In the meantime, enjoy the Masters.
Yes.
It's going to be great to see Xander come from behind.
Oh, here we go.
In fact, I'm going into my DraftKings right now. I'm just kind of securing this
Yeah, that's right.
prediction. Wow, I wish they had the not in the final group as an option there. I should just throw in his score too, and which hole is he going to birdie, because I know all of these things.
Oh my gosh.
The prophet has spoken. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Augusta, your dogwoods and pines, they play on my mind like a song.
Oh my gosh. Keep going. Or don't.
Go find those lyrics yourself. Yeah.
Those are, by the way, Aaron and I were both like, there's lyrics to that song? Yeah. There's a Masters song. There's not just Jim Nance in the beautiful opening, but.
Lyrics by Dave Loggins. Well, it's springtime in the valley on Magnolia Lane. It's the Augusta National and the master of the game. You're welcome.
I love that.
I love it. Can you
I'll sing
record
it next time. Yeah,
beautiful.
Lay down some overdub and tracks.
So Loggins,
Not that Loggins.
Well, Kenny wrote another great song to one of the great golf experiences of all time. I'm All Right,
Yes.
which was at the end of Caddyshack,
Mm-hmm.
which is clearly the most accurate and wonderful golf film ever made. Some people just don't belong.
I love it.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you,
Yes,
Aaron and Aaron.
Thank you, Ryan.
Appreciate you both.
We'll see you in May.